Good evening. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. As you can tell by the description and the name of the channel, basically this is going to be a Bible book club to start off with. So we're going to begin with the Old Testament, the Pentateuch, the Torah, the backbone of Abrahamic religion. So essentially, whether it be Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. They are, I don't want to say based around Abraham, but Abraham is one of the pillars of all of the religions. He is the guy that started it all, basically. So that's what we're going to be doing. A little background on myself. I grew up Presbyterian. I believe 12 or 13 is when we did communion. So, read the Bible at that point, but it was one of those children's Bibles, one of the family-friendly ones, because I can tell you from my brief sojourn into the Old Testament, it's an R-rated book. It's got a lot of nastiness in it, a lot of fire, brimstone, angry God, vengeful God, that kind of stuff. So we're going to be getting into all of that and reading this thing verbatim. So I went to just a little bit more history about myself. I attended a Catholic high school. That was what really started my love for religion, if you will. It taught me a lot about Catholicism, which I had never been introduced to. There's a lot of black and white with Catholicism as opposed to Presbyterianism. So you have very broad strokes with the Catholic Church. It's either right or it's wrong. So that's what I learned with that. One of the classes my sophomore year was world religions. So essentially that introduced me to, the Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Judaism a little bit. So everything. It was very, very, very cool. So I thought that was really nice that even though I was at a Catholic school, they still were open and taught other religions. That was very, very eye-opening to me, and I very much enjoyed that. So religion, like I said, has always been important to me. I'm not practicing. I think that there's merit to drawing positives from everything. So basically, just to show you all, this is what we're going to be reading. This is my King James Version. So once again, we're going to be starting with the Old Testament, the first 5 books. So Pentateuch, meaning penta, meaning 5. We're going to be starting with that. And as I said, this is the authorized King James Version. Let's see here. Bear with me. I've never made a YouTube video, never uploaded a video. I'm struggling with it right now. This is probably my 3rd or 4th attempt to get something onto YouTube. So this is going to be a learning process for me, and what I want to get out of it for myself is to be held accountable. This will inspire me to read every night this book, especially if and when we have people following along and we can answer each other's questions and kind of just brainstorm and find out what we can about this. I am no biblical scholar. I hold no degrees. I don't speak Hebrew. I don't know Latin, so I'm not able to decipher the different translations of this book. All I can do is just, start from the beginning, read it objectively, and then if there's fill in the gap moments where I will use my subjective imagination, so be it. And that's where we will bounce ideas off of each other. So thank you very much. I look forward to spending time with you all going forward and reading this book and then other books to follow. Have a great night.